Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. Co-creation at its best. Yeah. You are knowing what you are wanting. That's a good thing. Because once that desire becomes clear to you, it's a sure thing that it can become fully manifested. Do you realize that? Do you realize that once your desire is formulated in your own mind, once you know that you desire something, it's underway? So much has come before that point that you often do not even realize, because you got into the receptive mode. You usually don't know how, and you received the impulse or the inclination for that desire. But so much happened before that happened. And once that happened, since so much has already happened, once that's happened, once you know that you desire something, it's underway. Can you grasp that? Does that make some sort of sense to you? We want it to, because if you can get that, if that we just said to you makes sense to you, if you really believe it, if you really understand that once this experience has caused a formulated desire to be in your conscious mind, so much momentum has already taken place that it is a sure thing that it must come to full fruition, to the see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, where you can see it and recognize it and experience it, and others who are looking on in your direction can witness it too. But sometimes, even though the desire has formulated within you, even though it's vivid and it's real, you have other thoughts that surround it. That thought came in a sort of a flash, but then other thoughts that you've been practicing sort of bury it deep in the resistance. Thoughts like, oh, I can't do that, or I don't know anybody that's done that, or hardly anybody ever gets to do that, or this isn't something that my family has ever experienced, or this is so new to me, or I'm not qualified, or I'm not ready, or I'm not worthy, in other words, there are thoughts that you sometimes, you don't mean to, pile in on top of that. And it turns out, it's always been this way, but it's just sort of occurring to more and more of you, that your thoughts matter a lot. Your thoughts matter a lot, because what you think is a vibration that law of attraction is responding to. So what you think, and even more important, how you feel about what you think, equals your point of attraction, and everything that comes to you is controlled by that. Sometimes you don't realize that you have control of what comes to you, but it's always because you haven't practiced yet control of your own thought. If you're like most people, you let what's going on in your environment control your thought. We love you so much. You know what's coming next. But you are reactionary beings. You're reactors to conditions. And we understand why you would be, because things that are manifested, that's what your life is. In other words, your life is all that is surrounding you, and you've come as this fully manifested being, capable of seeing and hearing and so forth, because you want to experience life in this way. You want to experience this leading edge version of life, this leading edge physically manifested version of life. You know, there's a whole lot of life that isn't fully manifested, but everything that is non-physical is experiencing with you this fully manifested life. We're all out here on this leading edge together. So we understand, in fact, we recommend that you embrace fully the physicality of your experience. We want you to devour it with all of your ability to translate vibration through your eyes and ears and nose and fingertips and so on. We want you to feel and see and hear and taste this life experience. It's what you were born to do. It's why you were born. It's what you wanted when you came. But in order to do that purposefully, in order to do that deliberately, it is so beneficial to have a basis of understanding of how it all works. And so that's what we've been about for a long time, explaining to you that you are vibrational beings. Even though you do see, the reason you see is because you translate vibration, but you don't know you're translating vibration. You're just seeing, you're just experiencing the end results of being able to translate that vibration. And because there are so many things that you are experiencing just automatically, your physical mechanism was born doing those things, you don't realize that you have an emotional system within you that is the guidance about the most important vibration, which is the vibration of the relationship between you and who you really are. This day is almost coming to a conclusion, and so we want to bring all of the things that we've been talking about here today into the best place for you to feel as we wind this down, because we have explored a lot of topics and we have discovered a lot of vibrations, and we have activated and deactivated a lot of things. And so let's just bring this day in readiness for the day that comes tomorrow to the perfect place of understanding. Let's reap the benefit of the contrast that we've experienced. Let's shine a light on the new things that have gone into the vortex, and let's leave ourselves in a place of receiving the benefit of this good work that we have done together today. So, do you accept that you are primarily a vibrational being? And do you accept that you are, in this magnificent consciousness, an extension of genius, brilliant, infinite intelligence, source energy? And do you understand that that source energy, that genius, brilliant, love, pure, positive energy, source energy, is expanding? Not static and finished, expanding, and that you are essential to that expansion. Do you feel the all in this togetherness that we are all about? Can you feel that from your place of absolute non-resistance, you decided to focus into this physical body? And can you feel the rightness, the goodness, the value of having done so? And can you feel that being in this body and sifting through things that are unpleasant, sifting through things that through wanted and unwanted, that you have at all levels of your being, even at cellular levels, that you have been evolving, and that you have been creating, and that you have been projecting an improvement, an evolved you, and that your inner being has been the first recipient of all of that, and that your inner being stands in appreciation and satisfaction at the expansion and evolution that we have all accomplished together. Can you feel that? So can you feel this vibrational becoming that is so real? And can you get a vibrational glimpse of it? Can you feel the joy of it? Can you feel the expansion of it? Can you feel the enthusiasm of it? Can you feel the satisfaction of it? The having done what I came for quality of it? Can you feel the pride that your inner being feels for self and for yourself and for whole self about all of that? Can you feel the perfection of what we're all creating together? And can you accept that even the terrorists in Paris are part of that appreciation, part of that value, part of that becoming, part of what was known, part of the goodness of this eternalness that we are all about? Can you go that far? And can you feel how in any moment in time that you can look so broad that you can make it not fun, or you can look so specific that you can make it not fun? Can you feel that you get to choose how big the subject is, how broad the subject is, how small the subject is, how narrow the subject is, that you get to choose where you focus in all of that, and that it doesn't matter where you choose? Can you feel that you can't get it wrong no matter where you focus? Can you feel that you could be writing a song or writing a book or riding your bicycle? Can you feel that you could be focused upon a mathematical equation, or you could be tutoring your child in spelling? Can you feel that you could be dancing, or you could be walking, or you could be eating, or you could be sleeping? Can you feel that there are endless options that you could be focused about, and that within each and every option, no matter what the subject is, that you have the choice of approaching that subject from the receiving mode or from the not receiving mode? Can you feel that you have the ability to include source in your awareness in every moment in time? Can you feel that whether you are including source in your awareness, you are in the awareness of source? Can you feel that even when you have pinched yourself off from realizing the source is right there with you, that source still is right there with you? And can you accept that the emotion that you feel is your indication of whether you are consciously allowing this relationship or not? Did that come into place for you in a pretty good way? In other words, source is always with you whether you know it or not, and well-being is always abundant whether you know it or not. You just have some options as you are moving through days and hours and minutes and seconds. You have the option of being aware of this receiving mode, and striving is not the perfect word, but focusing in the direction of it. You have constant choice. You are so free you can choose terrorism. You are so free you can choose to be terrified. You are so free you can choose to be joyful. You are so free that you can love, or you're so free that you can hate. You are so free. The options are unlimited to you. We're just saying that when you care about the way you feel, so you choose more of those options that feel good to you while you are choosing them on small subjects and large subjects, that you will master your own vibrational being. You will master it. And as you do, your entire world will take on a different look to you. You'll put it in perspective. Nothing will terrorize you. You will feel only appreciation for the variety that surrounds you and the choices that others are making. And it is our promise to you that as you get hold of your ability to define and achieve the choices that you have discovered in your life experience, that the choices that others are making will become the irrelevant choices that others are making, that they have always been intended by you to be. You never planned to control them all. And as soon as you give that up and spend a little bit of time controlling what you can control, which is the way you feel, you are going to live happily ever after. We've enjoyed this interaction a lot, and we feel that it is the perfect basis for you coming into full alignment with who you are in the hours that follow. We are really looking forward to the discussion of tomorrow, because we know that you are now at a place that you have never been before. And what will happen as a result of this accomplishment of coming into alignment with who you really are, it is our expectation that tomorrow will be a joyful dance as those thoughts start turning to things. What comes next is never what we're wanting you to put your attention upon. How you feel now is. But we cannot help but feel the anticipation of the new now, 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 the new now that you will be living, you see. Life is supposed to feel good to you, not tomorrow, but right now. So now we want to ask you, do you feel more clarity than you have felt? Yes. Are you feeling more in tune with who you really are than maybe normal? Yes. Do you feel more anticipation of thoughts turning to things? Yes. Are you happy about the things that are in the process of becoming? Yes. Are you happy even though they haven't become? Yes. That's the best part of all of this. Understanding that where you are and the receptive mode is as good really in the way it produces a feeling within you than the end result.